Result of the play, first down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play here for the Bills. And even 60 yards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's going to be a long.
They'll give it to Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Second and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 6 yards away. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after try forthcoming. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score. Bills 7, Titans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's our time, guys. It's our
Middle. X3, 218.
On second down now. It's Brown, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
And
he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown,
he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Bills.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
they tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What you got? What you got, baby? What you got? Give me some. Give me some.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick.
That's caught inside the 20. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
On first down, it's Brown, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Second and 9 at the 16-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
All day, dog. Hard.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Watch it inside. He don't know no better. Check 26. Check 26. Hard.
On second down, it's Brown looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Rosen. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it. 41 to Mike. 41 to Mike. Check 41.
2nd and 10. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's a gain of 34. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on second down, Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. Back to throw, Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Middle.
From the 30 on second down, Rosen. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Rosen to throw, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First target, first catch, and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rosen will throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Draw play for Brown. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again. Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. The final shot before break. Fields. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Rosen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion. But you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry, hurry!
Here's Rosen. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now Rosen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 55 to Mike. I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he's got Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Brown. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going to throw right side here, complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 4, check 4. Corner. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Back. What do you got?
To throw is Rosen. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Twist. Mike, 55. Right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll rifle it, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bills 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to to throw. Fields dumps it off to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? Right? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
So they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fields. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rosen on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.